Hi everyone, welcome back with another video of Excel tutorial series. In this video, we will be talking about top 5 tips and tricks in Microsoft Excel to increase your productivity. The tips and tricks which we will be discussing today are as follows. First, we will discuss about the shortcuts. Then we will see how formatting is done in Microsoft Excel in the easiest way. And then we will see how to use status bar feature, and then we will be creating columns in an effective manner. And by using go-to feature in Microsoft Excel, we will be quickly finding blank cells. So without further ado, I will just open up my Microsoft Excel and we will explore different tips and tricks. First of all, we will be talking about some shortcuts in Microsoft Excel. We can move to the extreme right of the data by just clicking Control Shift and the right arrow key on our keyboard. If I press that, you can see the extreme right of the data is selected. And if I do so by clicking Control Shift and down key, now you can see that my whole data set is selected in just a few clicks. If I had to do it like manually, I could have used the mouse for selecting my data like this, or I would have done pressing the Shift key. And the most common way people use of selecting the data is pressing the Shift key and then moving to the extreme right and then coming down. So by using Control Shift right arrow and Control Shift down arrow, you can select your entire data. The next shortcut is, which is very handy, like you can press Control and page up button and page down buttons to navigate between different sheets in Microsoft Excel. And to highlight a complete row, you can do it by Shift and space bar in Microsoft Excel. You can see Shift plus space bar selects the entire row. And if you press Control and space bar, it selects the entire column. So in this way, you can make the selection of the data quite easier and efficient. Sometimes if we are applying a function, like if I am applying a sum function here and I'm selecting this entire range, and if you want to convert this range to absolute referencing, you just need to put $sign after every instance of the data. So it becomes quite tiring. So you can do so by just clicking F4 key on your keyboard, and you can choose between absolute and relative referencing in your sheet. Absolute referencing is actually really important if you want to apply the same formula across the sheet, so the reference of your column does not get distorted and your data will be in a correct manner. The next one on the list is, if you want to quickly edit a cell, you can do so by just clicking on the cell, and by pressing the F2 on the keyboard, it will just take you to the edit option of the cell. It is very important when you are dealing with the data, you have to edit different cells. If you do it without this shortcut, you just need to go to the cell and double click on this one, and it takes time. So just go on to the cell, press F2, it will enable the editing option of the cell for you. So now we will move on to the formatting of different cells in Microsoft Excel. So if you want to become a pro in Excel, formatting is really important, as you know. So sometimes it is obvious that you want to apply same formatting across different regions of a sheet. So for example, my values too are formatted in this way. I want to apply the same formatting here as well. So what will I do? I'll just select the entire formatting of the cells, go to the Home tab and click on Format Painter. I'll just click on this option and I will just click here. It just copied all the formatting to these cells as well. So next is that you can use status bar in Microsoft Excel to gain some basic and valuable insights of your data. If I select these 6 cells and if I go on to the status bar here, you can see it's telling me the average of the selected cells. You can copy it and you can just paste it somewhere here as well. And if I go back, it also shows me the count and sum of these values. And if I apply the sum function here, so you can see that the sum is actually, it's accurate and it can give you some basic but very useful insight. The status bar is by default available here for you. Now, if you're working on a data set from scratch, and you want to create multiple columns in the data set. One way is that you need to do it like this. Like I am working on a car data set. I'll write make, then I will just click on this one. I will write model and displacement like this. Another method is that you just select, like you need 4 or 5 columns. Just select 5 columns and just start writing the names of your columns. Like I write make, then press enter, then I write model, then I press enter, I will write displacement, then press enter, mileage, then I write company, so on. So you see, in this way you can easily manage the columns in a data set without having much of a headache. So the last one on the list is how to quickly find the blank cells in Microsoft Excel. So you can see here, I have some blank cells in this data, like horsepower is missing here, MPG is missing here, and car name is missing here. I'll just select the entire data set. Then I'll press F5 on the keyboard. It will open a go-to menu for me. So you can see go-to menu is opened here. I'll click on special and I will just go and click on blanks. Then I will press OK. And if I want to highlight these cells, I can just fill it with a color. So you see, in this way, easily highlighted the blank cells in Microsoft Excel. So if you're working on a large data set, finding blank cells is very necessary because it reduces the data outliers and it will help you in the data analytics. So that's it for this video. I hope you like this one. Thank you so much for watching and have a good day.